Hey, what's up, my new Standard Nation? It's TJ with Strategic Real Estate Experts, and today we're going to talk about what kind of contingencies should you put in your offer. Well, this is a good one. For those of you that have been listening a long time, this is where I see people, especially buyers, get in trouble because they don't put the right contingencies in the offer and they don't protect themselves in case bad things come up. One, we have to understand first in the offer what type of property you're buying. Is it a residential home? Is it a duplex, a 4-unit? Is it a condo? Is it vacant land? Are you buying a mobile home park? So you have to understand what you're buying first of all. And today I can't go into every possible contingency that is out there because we can honestly make some up that we might want in an offer depending on the property. But what you need to know and have is somebody on your side that understands that type of property. So if your cousin sells commercial property and you're buying a single family home, find an expert on single family homes. People in real estate can't be a jack of all trades. I can, legally with my license, sell commercial, sell investment property, sell residential homes, sell vacant land, sell a mobile home park. You want somebody who is a specialist. There's a reason people go to doctors and pay the specialist more. They're more knowledgeable. They're more researched in that. They know what's coming up. They know the trends in that industry. So first, before we get into some of those contingencies, please get an expert on your side. Whether or not that's us, you can reach out and we'll put you in touch with someone in your area. Now, going into the contingencies, basic ones that are in most offers, you're going to have a contingency of financing unless you're going to pay cash for the property. But on top of that, I've had people that will pay cash for a property and they still want an appraisal to verify that what they're paying is worth what they've offered to the seller. So it's one of the things you may want to do if you're paying cash, maybe not, but typically financing and an appraisal are going to be standard in an offer. If it's any type of property with a structure on it, you'll probably want to do some type of an inspection. Typically, home inspection. If it's a commercial property, you could have that commercial building evaluated, especially the roof, because commercial roofs are so expensive to replace. You'll want to understand the age of the property. There's people that might want to test for lead-based paint, and that could be anything built before 1978. Because if you go to remodel and you have lead paint, you're going to have a lot more expense that goes into fixing up that property. Now, you also have to know where the property is, what type of structure is underneath to take care of septic, waste, water, all of that. If you've listened to me before, you know I had a friend that bought a rural property. They used to use me as their agent. They decided to use a friend of hers that was a relative to help her get started. She didn't know she should put a septic test in the offer. They didn't test for it. 6 months later, they had to pay $10,000 for a brand new septic system. So know what is on your property. If you're buying rural, you're going to have a septic test. You're probably going to have the well inspected. So the whole system overall, but then also the water in the well. And if you live in the country, probably should test your well water every couple of years to make sure it's still good and hasn't been contaminated. So we can keep going here. Like if you're buying new construction, you probably still want a home inspection. New construction people will argue with me and say no, and 99% of the time you are 100% right. But I know of a specific situation where somebody did a home inspection on new construction. The HVAC people hooked up the air intake with the CO outtake, and they were blowing the CO into the property, and it wasn't caught until the home inspector found it. So that could have literally been something that killed somebody, but it was a brand new construction. So again, some people want to do it, some people don't. I get it. It's like a $500 inspection, and if you can save it, we totally want to. But just know, you need to know all the options that are out there and available to you. A lot of people test for radon now. That could be a contingency in your offer. A lot of people are going to go and want to know, you could put a contingency in the offer of what the utilities are. Most of that we can look up. I don't know specifically what your area is. I know all around the country, lots of people test for termites. You just have to know whatever it is you want to inspect, test, or put as a contingency in the offer, write it in the offer. You can't go back afterwards and find out more stuff and then go to the seller, oh, you know what, we went through with the home inspector and the home inspector said we should have a termite inspection. You need to put all of that stuff in the offer up front. And if you're not putting it in up front, you don't get to go back after the fact and say, oh, I want to add this contingency. So make sure you know what you're getting into, know the type of property, and make sure whoever you're working with knows that type of property and what they're talking about. So again, if you want to know more about what it actually takes to buy a home, how to set you and your family up to make the best decisions possible, check out knowbeforeyoubuy.realestate.com. Please reach out to me. I actually really like talking about this. We talk to people. I get actually more calls from people all around the country than my own local market. But 608-576-0044. Emails tj@sreehelp.com. Please like, share, get this out there. Even if you're not looking to buy right now or if you're right in the middle of it, share this. I guarantee you one of your friends on Facebook, Twitter, what are all the social media, Instagram, is going to appreciate that you shared that. We need to raise the standard in the industry and start helping you as a consumer put you and your family in a better position. And doing that isn't just setting you up on a home search and going, let me know when you want to see a house. It's being with you on the front end and finding out where you want to buy, educating you on the market. Is now the time to buy? Is now the time to wait? How long are you going to live in the house? And then following up even after the fact. Like, I love this industry and how much a good agent or expert can help put you and your family in a better position. Unfortunately, we have so much mediocrity in it. I hope you will raise the standard from what you expect from agents, but even your lender and the people that you're going to work with in any industry. It's so frustrating right now to see how lax and menial and how salespeople treat consumers. Like, I'm looking for kitchen cabinets right now. I can hardly get a response and get the bids and get people to reply to me. They'll tell me they'll reply Thursday and they don't until Friday or Saturday, and I'm hounding them. Like, that's not the type of consumer experience you should be having buying anything, let alone the largest purchase you're ever going to make. Look, I hope you raised your standard, and we'll talk to you soon.